Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Sachi, and it's Friday, and I'm really sorry the video is late. I filmed and I edited a video that I filmed earlier on this week, and then I was editing it, but then it got all messed up, and I don't know if it happens with you guys, but it just ran like the audio or the music started to go everywhere, and so I was like, you know what, forget this, and so I started all over, and I didn't really like the video anyway, so I thought I would just film it all over. So I'm really sorry that this video is a little late, but it's a Friday video, so yeah. For everyone else, this week's theme is summer, and make a video about summer on fashion, nails, hair, makeup, anything like that. And so, you know what? Here I am. What the title says. I'm going to give you guys some tips for summer makeup. And what I mean by summer makeup is, you know how the seasons change and of course the climate changes, which means the way you put your makeup or the way it stays on and things will change depending on the weather. And so I thought I would, give you guys some tips on how to put, like, I don't know, how to make your makeup look flawless and beautiful during the summer. So yeah, keep watching. Okay, so starting on with the face, I'm gonna go from face to like eyes and stuff. And so yeah, anyways, for the face, of course we all use foundation as our base, and well, maybe not all because I don't use much foundation, but I mean most of us do wear foundation, and I know how it can be perfect for the winter. I mean, it looks flawless in winter, make a little bit of matte finish, but during the summer foundation can be a little heavy, and it can melt off your face, and it might look too matte and it wouldn't look right. And so for the summer I do recommend a tinted moisturizer or a BB cream. And the reason why is because, well, I know that some people might not like tinted moisturizers because of the coverage that it gives. It doesn't give too much coverage, and it's not as thick as foundations, and so they might think, oh my gosh, blemishes and redness and I really do recommend tinted moisturizers, even though it does have some things that foundation doesn't have, has, but this doesn't have. I don't know if that made sense. Anyway, so but this is really moisturizing. It's very hydrating, and tinted moisturizers do I mean, it's not like it doesn't do anything. It actually evens out the skin tone. So if you have a redness, it will cover it, or it will even out, and it would make a flawless, like, dewy finish. And that's another thing. During the summer, you don't want to look vampire, matte face, porcelain doll type thing. You want to look more healthy and dewy, and more playful, I guess, and make your skin look really young, because the sun will reflect, and it will do stuff to your skin. And if it does, you know, if you look like a porcelain doll, it's not gonna look right. And so yeah, and plus most of the tinted moisturizers do have SPF, which is very important in the summer because it's SPF. You're gonna get some UV ray damages on your skin, and that's not good because then it would cause freckles and stuff. And so very important to have SPF. And so yeah, of course it won't give as much coverage as a foundation will, but you can of course use concealers. Now concealers aren't as heavy, and you don't put this all over your freaking face. So you can just put it on spots that you need extra coverage of, and then after you apply your tinted moisturizer or BB cream. And so yeah, and if you don't, I mean, concealers can be anything. You can use the concealers that you do every day. It can be like a creamy texture like this. It can be more of like a liquidy gel type formula, or anything actually, as long as you put it over the tinted moisturizers, because if you put it under the tinted moisturizer, it's gonna smear everywhere. But you can of course do that, and actually that's what I do all year around, because I don't like putting foundation on. I just think it like dries out my skin, and it doesn't look really, like, I don't know. I only occasions, and first of all, I don't put makeup on every day, and so when I do, use my tinted moisturizer and concealer because I think that's actually enough. And so yeah, you guys don't need to put foundation, but that's what I recommend for the summer, is to put tinted moisturizer and concealer as a base for your face so that it's not too heavy and it won't just sweat off your face because it's a moisturizer, so it's gonna sink in. Okay, so now that we got our base, I'm gonna tell you guys about blushes. Now blushes are people want color on their skin, and yeah, and of course you can use your normal ordinary powder blushes like this. You can use a normal powder blush, but what I recommend is I don't actually I've never did this because I don't really own like a creamy blush, but I thought it would work better. You guys don't have to follow this step, but one of those bouncy blushes that they have now, it's a powder finish, but when you put it on, it's like a creamy. It's like a cream, but it's not a cream. I don't know. It's very weird, but it's really pretty and it's very fun. But those blushes I think are perfect because if you want like powdery finish, because they stick onto your skin because they're not 100% powder. They will stick onto your skin and adhere, but they would still look as if they're powdered. Or you can of course use a bit of mousse, like the Dream Matte mousse type things, and you can of course put that, because I think those would adhere to the skin more better than the powder blushes. And during the summer it will sweat off, and when you do sweat it off, powder will just come off easier. And so yeah, but what you might want to watch out is for oily skin when you put cream stuff on, so you can't forget blotting papers wherever you go. So yeah, blotting papers are a must in the summer. And for blush, I recommend something that's not too powdery, but like again, I can't promise that, but yeah. So and then third is bronzer. Yeah, people's people get tan. I mean, there are people that can't get tan the way they want to, like a golden nice brown, and so people put bronzer everywhere, and I mean that's good too, but I do recommend not overdoing your bronzer because it depends on what type of bronzer you use, but if most of them do have shimmer, and when it does have shimmer and you put it like all over your freaking face, the sun will reflect that and you will look like a disco ball, and so yeah, you might want to watch out for that. So yeah, that's about it for face. So yeah, instead of foundation, use tinted moisturizer and concealer, and then for blush, use something that would adhere to your face a little better, and for bronzer, don't overdo it because you will look like a glitter ball. And then don't forget blotting papers, because I'm pretty sure, even if you have dry skin, it will sweat. I don't know what you guys do during the summer, but I just carry it around in case. Right now, like Dior and stuff, they have these blotting papers which have like product on them, like the blushes and stuff. For touch-up, you can just smear it on and it will like stick to your face. So yeah, you can try those too. But yeah, so that's it for the face. Let's move on to the eyes. Okay, so I don't have too much to say about eyes because it does just depend on what type of look you're using or doing. Eyeshadows, of course, you just need to do it the way you do every day, but I do prefer you use a primer for the base of the eyeshadow, or like a cream shadow, or anything that will go on as a base on your eyelids, because during the summer you will sweat more, and your eyelids, you might not think this is true, but it does get sweaty up there. I've had experience, and your eyeshadow will crease like a lot. It will crease, and so it's important to have primer or like a base underneath the eyeshadow, just for it to, or for the eyeshadow to not crease. Of course, you want vibrant color, but also you don't want it to crease. So like, not like this line of powder over here. That's not pretty, yo. That's not pretty. Anyway, so yeah, that's it for the eyeshadow. But when it comes to eyeliner, it is important to know that you might want to use like a waterproof eyeliner. For pencil or for like a pencil or crayon type like these, it will smear off, or it might transfer up to your crease. So when it comes to these type, you might want to put like a black eyeshadow over it for it to so that it absorbs the powder, or I mean it absorbs the oil, and it will make it last longer. Just exactly like what you do for foundation or like tinted moisturizers. We always powder our face. That's the same method. So yeah, use a black eyeshadow to powder over, or if you don't want to do that, then you can obviously use liquid liner. This is not liquid liner. Okay, so liquid liners are pretty much not a must, but it is recommended during the summer because it is better, and it is waterproof, or most of them are waterproof, and they won't come off the skin as fast as a pencil would. See? And especially if you're going to swim, or if you're gonna swim or something. I'm pretty sure most of you guys won't put makeup when you guys are gonna swim, but if you do, make sure it's waterproof, or I mean it's liquid liner, so that it won't smear, and of course waterproof. But yeah, so for pencils, I don't really recommend pencils too much, but if you are gonna use it, then apply some powder or some black eyeshadow for the oil to absorb and to make it long lasting. But I mostly recommend liquid liners, preferably waterproof, but most liquid liners will stay. But yeah. And then for mascaras, of course, I do prefer you guys use waterproof mascaras, because when you're sweating and you're like, and then you don't notice, but you just go, it will, I'm not even kidding, it will smear, and I've had experience, and so it will smear, and it won't look pretty. Like CoverGirl's Lash Blast, it's a really great line. This Lash Blast is a waterproof one, and Lash Blast itself, like the original one too, their formula is actually very thick and very long lasting, so even if it's not waterproof type, it still works pretty well. But I definitely recommend waterproof mascaras. That is a must, because you don't want to look like a clown when you're out there having fun, especially when you're swimming. When you're swimming with makeup, please use waterproof makeup, and yeah, keep that in mind, because you are gonna come out of the water and think you look like a mermaid, like a little mermaid, but then you actually look like crap. So yeah. Well, that's about it. For like the lips and stuff, just do what you do every day, because the lips, even though the weather changes, it doesn't really matter, or it doesn't really change much. But yeah, so yeah, that's about it, I guess. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy this video. I'm really sorry it's late, but it's about summer, and I hope it helped. I hope these tips helped. I know there's something that a lot of people know, but I just wanted to get it out there so that people, that might not know now knows. I'm sorry, and if these videos are boring, I'm really, really sorry, but I hope, they just help somebody. Even if it's just one person, I would be really happy. So, yeah, thanks for watching. Please comment, rate, and subscribe to just this channel and to my beauty channel, which is, the link will be in the down bar. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next Friday. Bye!